Hey guys, what's up? It's ItsAnnaLouise, and today I'm in for a video that I did not want to make. I never wanted to make it, and yeah, bleh. I'm sure you can tell already by the title that this is a video about Louie, my fish that I adopted from PetSense. I rescued him. He has swim bladder and fin rot. He passed away this morning. And it really hurts to even have to say that. It feels weird to say. Basically, you know, he was doing so much better. And if you've seen the video where I adopted him, or if you haven't, I will link it right here. I'm sorry, you guys. It's hard for me to talk because I'm just like really sad and my words are jumbled. But if you haven't seen that one, I'll link it right there. And if you haven't seen his update video, I'll also link it right there because it shows where he started from and what he got to. He was improving so much, literally, since I had got him. And I got him like just not that long after Christmas. He started out, you know, by being completely on his side, you know, trying to still move, but he couldn't do it that well. And then when I got him, I put him in a 3.5 gallon tank, heated, filtered, Indian almond leaves, aquarium salt, Epsom salt, my mind's not here. The stress relief stuff, I put that in there, you know, and I started to feed him after the third day of having him. I tried the pee method, didn't work. He loved bloodworms, and with each feeding and every day, he gained more strength back, and just, you know, more, like, he fought so hard, and he was just so strong. And each day, like I said, he would just get more energy, try to swim to the bottom of the tank, to the middle of the tank, around the tank. He tried. And he did so wonderful, and he would gobble up those bloodworms too. He loved bloodworms, and I would feed him with tweezers because, you know, he couldn't really go down. But basically, towards the end of his life, I could put a bloodworm in there, and he could actually swim down to get it. So that's where I was with that, which I was hoping to include in another Louie update video. And yeah, so basically what happened was last night, which was the 14th, I went into my room and he was on his side, which was really weird because he hadn't been doing that for a long time, you know. So I was like, well, it was his feeding day. I got his bloodworms, got him on the little tweezers, and I put it in front of his face, and he didn't eat it. And I was so confused. I thought at first maybe he didn't see it. So, you know, I tried again, and he wouldn't eat. And then I knew something was wrong. But I didn't know why, because he'd been doing so good. And so I didn't know why he wasn't wanting to eat. Of course, he was on his side too, and I sent a video to a girl who raises like sick fish, tries to nurse them back to health, but she does an amazing job. And she said that he looked a lot more bloated and asked me about, you know, how I was feeding him. And of course I told her the 2 bloodworms, like on tweezers every other day. And she said, yeah, like, I don't know why he'd be bloated. And basically, like, I know it's not my fault, but I feel like it is. I know it's not. I tried so hard. But the thing is, you know, when you ask so many people, like, what would you do? What would you do? And you get so many people telling you all these different things that have helped their fish. And you can't, like, choose all of them. You can't, you know, just do everything at once. I had a girl who watches my videos. If she's watching this right now, hello. You'll know who you are. You told me to get Daphnia. Well, I tried. They did not have it at my PetSmart. I drove an hour to the next, like the big town, because I live in a very small town, to look for Daphnia. They didn't have it. The girl who raises the sick bettas, who told me that just in case he had internal parasites or anything other than just swim bladder, she told me to get a couple of different, like, antibiotics. My PetSmart didn't have that either. And I was like, what the heck? Neither did the Petco I went to an hour away. Like, where I live, because it is such a small town, I don't have many options to go to pet stores. There's, like, not hardly any options. But this was over the span of, like, 3 days. This wasn't, like, a really long period of time. because I literally looked for this stuff about 3 days before today, which I woke up and he was, gone. So basically, anyway, there was nothing that I could find. So my friend let me borrow Melifix, which she has used on her bettas a few times for like fin rot and stuff. So I thought, well, maybe, this will help. And it says that it treats bacterial fish infections too. So I thought, like a little bit of that would help. So I asked the girl who had been helping me, and she said that fish can easily overdose on that by the directions on the back. So she told me just to use like a little bit of it, and I did. And it didn't do anything. This next day he's gone, and it really hurts. It just upsets me so bad because he was so sweet and such a fighter, and I just wish he could have lived. And I hate to have to make this video to tell you guys, 'cause I really wanted him to get strong and have such a good, happy life. And like I said, I know it's not my fault, although I feel like it is, but I do know that I gave him, a better life than when he was in that small cup, which if you have seen the videos, then you would know, or if you haven't seen the videos and you wouldn't know, he was at PetSense in a cup that was smaller even than like PetSmart and like Petco put him in. It was a tiny, tiny cup with barely any water. It wasn't even half full. So at least I know I did give him a better life than what he would have had then. And by the way, I was not just going to flush him. And it hurt for me to look at him dead too. It just hurt. And it hurt to know that I had to get him out. I was literally dreading doing it. But I made him a little coffin out of an Altoids box. I had a little piece of cloth wrapped up in there. I put a flower in there and some rocks and wrote him a little note, because I know that may seem stupid and weird to a lot of people, but these fish are my children, and I love them to death. They mean so much to me, and they help me through my depression, my anxiety. To be able to sit in my room at night, like up in my bed, watching Netflix or whatever, and having my tanks like surround me, and just to watch them. I love them with all my heart. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert the picture of his little coffin that I made right here. Obviously I won't show you a picture of him in it or anything, because I know that's, a lot of people wouldn't want to see that. But I will show you the little coffin that I made. And yeah, so I really wanted to give him the proper burial, because there's no way I was gonna just flush him. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I tried, I know I did, it just hurts. But, if you want to follow me on social media, because I would like to maybe try to get another fish to try to save in the future, like with swim bladder or something. I don't know, I would like to try again at some point. But anyhow, I do post updates of my fish, post things about my fish when I get new fish. So you can also follow me on social media, which I will leave my Twitter handle right here. So you can follow me on there to kind of, see updates and see about my fish as well. And yeah, so I guess I'm just going to end this video here. I just kind of wanted to make it to tell you guys about him. And he was a very, very great fish, and I love him to pieces, and I always will, and I'll always remember, he was my first rescue betta that I tried to nurse back to health, and yeah. So, I guess that's it, and I'm gonna go, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. It's not enjoyable. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, if you did and you like me and want to see more of my fish and everything else, please give this a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, which you can do by hitting my face right here, and you can watch more of my videos by clicking right here, and it would mean the world to me, honestly, if you would do so. You guys mean the world to me. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a great day or night, and whenever you may be watching this.